Every year, over 1 million burglaries are reported across the United States. Yet something strange happens every single day. A burglar walks through a neighborhood, looks at 20 different houses, and only chooses one. The other 19 are left completely untouched. Most homeowners assume it's random. But former burglars and decades of crime prevention research paint a very different picture. Most break-ins aren't random at all, they're calculated. And here's the surprising part. Many of the things that scare burglars away have nothing to do with expensive alarm systems or luxury cameras. Before we get into it, if you want more videos like this, hit subscribe now so you don't miss the next one. So today we're breaking down exactly what burglars look for before choosing a target, and why certain homes are skipped without a second thought. Hollywood has convinced people that burglars are fearless, carrying advanced tools and pulling off elaborate heists. Reality is much less dramatic. Most residential burglars are surprisingly lazy. They don't want confrontation. They don't want attention. They definitely don't want anything that slows them down. Former burglars interviewed by law enforcement describe the same strategy every time. Find the easiest house, spend the least time, leave with the highest chance of success. Most burglaries happen in under 10 minutes, sometimes just a few. Which means burglars aren't asking, "Can I break into this house?" They're asking, "Can I break into this house quickly?" That single difference explains almost everything. Imagine walking down a quiet suburban street. You're not admiring landscaping or property values. You're looking for opportunity. Security experts call this an instant risk assessment. Within seconds, a burglar is asking, "Can anyone see me? Will someone hear me? Will this house slow me down? Could there be cameras? Could someone be home? Can I escape quickly?" Notice something. None of those questions involve expensive technology. They're all about risk. Burglars don't need the easiest house in America. They only need the easiest house on your street. If your neighbor's house looks significantly easier than yours may never even become a target. Home security isn't always about making your home impossible to break into. Sometimes it's about making another house look easier. One of the biggest myths in home security is that burglars love darkness. But experienced burglars actually prefer privacy over darkness, and those aren't the same thing. A poorly lit backyard behind tall fences and overgrown bushes offers more protection for a criminal than a brightly lit front yard where cars and neighbors see every movement. Visibility is one of the strongest deterrents available, not because criminals fear light itself, but because they fear witnesses. Every extra pair of eyes increases uncertainty, and burglars hate uncertainty. If you ask homeowners what scares burglars most will say a security camera. They're not wrong, but burglars don't care whether your camera records in 4K. What they care about is uncertainty. The moment they spot a visible camera, is someone watching right now? Will this end up online tomorrow? How many cameras are there that I can't see? That uncertainty alone can send them elsewhere. Ironically, homeowners often destroy this advantage by hiding their cameras tucked under rooflines, behind decorations, barely visible. A deterrent only works if criminals know it's there. A visible camera can prevent a burglary before it starts. A hidden one usually just records it after. Those little yard signs, protected by ADT, ring alarm. Many assume they're useless, but criminal interviews say otherwise. Professional burglars don't want surprises. A sign creates doubt. Maybe there's an alarm, maybe there isn't. The burglar doesn't know, and that's the point. If the house next door has no cameras, no lights, no signs, and yours has all three, why would they gamble? They'll often just keep walking. This is why layering matters. A camera helps, a sign helps. Motion lights help. Together they tell one story. This house might become a problem, and that's usually enough. Picture one house where lights turn on in the evening, packages disappear quickly, the lawn is maintained. Now the house next door. Boxes piling up on the porch, mail overflowing, trash cans untouched for a week. Which one looks safer? Exactly. Modern burglars don't need to guess if someone's on vacation. Homeowners often advertise it themselves. Package theft, piled up mail, unchanged decorations, even social media posts. To a burglar, these are all clues. And when enough clues line up, the risk drops. Most homeowners spend thousands making their yard beautiful. Ironically, some upgrades make a burglar's job easier. A house surrounded by tall hedges and trees blocking the view from the street feels private to the homeowner, but it feels protected to a burglar. Not protected from crime, protected for crime. Security experts recommend improving natural surveillance, trimming shrubs near doors and windows, keeping trees from blocking sight lines, avoiding landscaping that creates hiding places. Privacy is valuable, but too much of it works against you. Movies show guard dogs chasing intruders. Reality is simpler. Burglars don't fear aggressive dogs, they fear attention. A barking dog creates noise. Noise creates witnesses. Even a small dog can ruin a plan the second it starts barking. Burglars love routines, quiet and certainty. A barking dog destroys all three, which is also why motion-activated lights and audible alerts work so well. It's not about physically stopping someone, it's about making them feel exposed. Here's an expensive mistake homeowners make. They spend thousands on cameras, doorbells, sensors, smart locks, a monitored alarm. Then leave the garage open for hours, forget to lock the back door, leave a window cracked while away. Technology is only as strong as the habits behind it. Burglars often look for basic mistakes before they even consider defeating an alarm, an unlocked gate, a ladder left outside, a spare key under a flower pot. The safest homes aren't the ones with the most technology. They're the ones where homeowners consistently remove easy opportunities. So, what's the real answer? Not cameras, not alarms, not dogs alone. Burglars hate uncertainty. If they're not sure someone's home, if they're not sure how many cameras are watching, if they think a neighbor might notice, they hesitate. And every hesitation costs time they don't want to spend. They don't need your house to be impossible, they just need another house to look easier. That's the entire game. The biggest mistake homeowners make is believing security is about buying the most expensive equipment. It isn't. Burglars aren't looking for the richest house, they're looking for the easiest one. A visible camera, a well-lit entrance, trimmed bushes, a locked gate. Signs that someone is paying attention. None of these guarantee your home will never be targeted. But together, they change one critical calculation: risk. And when the risk feels too high, most burglars simply move on. If this video made you look at your own home a little differently, hit like and make sure you're subscribed, because next episode, we're exposing the security camera brands that cost a fortune, but perform worse than models costing half as much. Thanks for watching.